Hey guys, it's Nintendo Freak here, and I'm back to do another video game collection update. It's been a few months since I've done my last one. I've got a lot of games since then, and I just want to get started because it's quite a few. So these are going to be in pretty random order. I'm going to start with the new console I got. I usually leave that for the last one, but I'll start off with that. I got a Sega Game Gear at a garage sale with like 4 games for 10 bucks. Here are the games. First one is Mega Man. If you can see that, there you go. I heard this one's actually, I've looked it up. It's kind of uncommon. Most Game Gear games are pretty dang cheap now, but Mega Man goes for a good $20 to $30, so most of them go for almost nothing nowadays. Next up, I got Sonic the Hedgehog. It's in the case. There you go. This is a lot like the Sonic the Hedgehog games on the Sega Genesis, which is really good. These are great handheld Sonic games, but they're really, really common. And then we got Sonic the Hedgehog 2, another great game. A lot of the Game Gear games were ports of older Genesis games or something, but you know, they're still pretty good. And then the last one is Cool Spot. I have a Cool Spot game on the Game Boy Color. I think it's original Game Boy actually, and yeah, this one's, I played a little bit. It's like a platformer. It's not that great, but it's not absolutely terrible. So next up, I got a couple N64 games. The first one is Star Fox 64. I actually have never played Star Fox 64 before, if you can believe that, and I was looking forward to playing on the 3DS. So I picked this one up for $1 at a garage sale, so good deal. And then the other N64 game I got was Boxed, and it's almost in new condition. It's 1080 snowboarding. I remember playing this all the time at, like, they used to have it at like a JCPenney or something. I think it's because this was like Tommy Hilfiger had something to do with this game, or they had something to do with it. I don't know, but they had it in JCPenney. I remember playing it all the time. It's a great snowboarding game. Next up, I got one PS1 game at a garage sale for like $1. I thought I would pick it up. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. I haven't played it, so I don't know how it is. And here are some Game Boy games that I got. There's quite a few. First one is Kirby Tilt and Tumble. It's kind of hard to play with a Game Boy Color because you have to have the light shining on the screen, you know, to get a good image out of the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, because they didn't have backlights. And on the Game Boy Advance SP, if you try to play on that, it's not in the right position, so it's really weird. So it's kind of hard to play, but it's still pretty fun. Next up is Space Invaders on the Game Boy. I haven't played this one, but it's probably just Space Invaders, so that's that. And then there's Quirk. I heard some great things about this game, so I decided to pick it up. It's a puzzle game, and it's actually pretty dang good. I mean, it's pretty tough, but the puzzles are great. There's a lot of them. Next, I got Donkey Kong. I bought this off eBay, but the battery was messed up, so it doesn't save anymore, which is disappointing. But this is mostly known as Donkey Kong 94, and this is an absolutely amazing game. If you can pick this up, definitely buy it. It's amazing. Next up is Tetris DX. It's a really, really good version of Tetris. It's for the Game Boy Color. It's just really fun. It's Tetris. It's got a couple different modes, and it's really fun. It's a lot like the multiplayer modes are actually a lot like Tetris DS, which is kind of cool, I thought. Next up is Pocket Bomberman. This is like an adventure platforming game. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. So. And lastly, I did pick up Baseball. All these Game Boy games were I got at a garage sale for pretty cheap. I think they're like $1 each or less. But yeah, it's Baseball. This one I don't like that much. Not my favorite Game Boy game. Let's see here. I got 3 new 3DS games. There's kind of been a drought of 3DS games, and they just announced a price drop for the 3DS, and you can get any early adopter can get 20 free games from the eShop of NES and Game Boy Advance games, which is pretty cool. I guess it kind of makes up for the $80 price drop it's getting in August, but Here are the 3 games I got for the 3DS. Obviously, I had to pick this one up. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I played it, I beat it, it's absolutely amazing. The graphical updates make a huge difference, and it's just, everything about it is fantastic. The 3D is great. You have to pick this game up, especially if you haven't played Ocarina of Time yet. Next, Dead or Alive Dimensions. This was actually the first big release for me after the 3DS launch lineup. And this is actually really, really good in my opinion. My favorite fighter on this, I like this more than Street Fighter 4. The style of play, I was never big on Dead or Alive because I thought it was just all like eye candy with the girls and everything, but it's really good. And lastly, I picked up Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D. I can tell this was like a fast, rushed game, but it really is a fun game, especially if you have friends to play it with. The co-op is great. I mean, I've played quite a bit of it so far. It was worth the money, but I really wish they would have done a better job trying to port this game over. Next up, I got a few DS games. First one is Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. I picked this up with the soundtrack. Got it for $15, which I thought was pretty good. I haven't played it yet, but it looks like a dungeon crawler. I mean, it's like the other Shin Megami Tensei games. Looks pretty good. And then I picked up the second Game & Watch collection from Club Nintendo. Finally, I've been looking to get this one for a while. It's just Game & Watch. And I want to get this game for a long time as well. Okamiden, I finally picked this one up for a pretty decent price. Really good. It's so like going from PS2 graphics or Wii graphics to the DS. It's just such a downgrade from the beautiful graphics of the PS2 game. Not to say that the graphics are bad. For the DS, this is fantastic. These graphics are great, but I kind of just wish it would have been on the PS2 or Wii or something. And I picked up Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game yet completely. I have like 2 of them. You saw the other one in my last video game collection update, but I'll get to these eventually. They're great. I heard they're great games. And I picked up Nanostray as well. This was like $5, so I picked it up. It's a really good shoot 'em up. I mean, it's fun. The gameplay is really good. It's made by Shinen, which makes a lot of great WiiWare games now, but it's not bad if you can find it for cheap. And then I also picked up the Legendary Starfy. This reminds me a lot of Kirby, but you know, it's definitely not as fun. I didn't find it to be as enjoyable as the Kirby games. And I got quite a lot of PSP games in this collection update. I realized my PSP collection was pretty terrible, and I felt like picking up some PSP games, so here they are. I got Prinny, Can I Really Be the Hero? This is an absolutely awesome action platformer made by NIS America, and it's really, really good. I really suggest picking this up if you have a PSP. Half Minute Hero. I haven't played this yet, but I've heard so many good things about this game. I have to play. It looks like a heck of a lot of fun, and the graphics look awesome. They're like old school style. It looks really good. Picked up Hammer and Hero. This one's a really fun game. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up type game where you play as some guy you have a hammer. That's why you're the Hammer and Hero, and you can actually pick between different costumes, I guess you could say. Like one of them is a sushi guy. I mean, it's just really cool, really Japanese style. I really liked it. Next, I picked up Crush. Now, Crush is coming out on the 3DS, but you know, this is on the PSP. I got this for $3. Why pay $40 for what's probably going to be the exact same game? So, next, I picked up Tokobot. I remember seeing this one at stores around the launch of the PSP. I wasn't sure. I don't know exactly when, but I was always interested in this game. Tokobot always looked pretty fun. I haven't played it yet though. I picked up Every Extend Extra. I love Q Entertainment. They make fantastic games. I like Medios. Lumines is one of my favorite puzzle games ever. I mean, I just love Q Entertainment, and every Extend Extra is a ton of fun. It's also on the Xbox Live Arcade. I've never played it, but I've heard that it's quite a bit easier than the PSP version. Next I picked up Jeanne d'Arc. I guess that's how you pronounce it. This is developed by Level 5. I love Level 5 stuff. And, you know, this is another great game. The anime cutscenes are amazing. It plays like a strategy RPG, but it's really fun. Next up, I got Wipeout Pulse. Looks like it's a pretty fun racing game. I mean, it's Wipeout if you've played that. It's a lot like F-Zero if you've never played a Wipeout game, so that's fun. And I did pick up Lumines 2. Like I said, I love the Lumines series. Fantastic game. It's just like Lumines 1, but I think I like Lumines 1 better because I like the music in those games more. And finally, I picked up Ys the Oath in Felghana for the limited edition bundle on Amazon for like $20. This is a really, really nice package. I haven't played it yet, but it looks like a heck of a lot of fun. And let me just push some games forward. I got quite a few here. Here's something non-gaming related I just wanted to show. It's the Ocarina of Time soundtrack that we got for registering on Club Nintendo. Nothing much to say about that. Here's a Game Boy Advance game I forgot to show. Advance Wars. It's just like Advance Wars, you know. Tons of fun with that game. And here's two SNES games I got. First one is Batman Returns. Really, really great Batman game. One of the better Batman games ever made. It's a beat 'em up. It plays a lot like TMNT 4, Turtles in Time. I was thinking about that, and it's really fun. Very tough though. Next up is Goof Troop. I've heard a lot of good things about this game, but I haven't actually played it yet. Looking to play it co-op with my friends. Looks like a lot of fun though. Developed by Capcom. And here's some 360 titles I picked up. Quite a few, because my 360 collection is also kind of lacking. First up is Halo Reach. It's Halo. I mean, I played this one multiplayer with my friends. Finally picked it up for a very good price, and yeah, good game. Next up is Mass Effect 2. Actually, I haven't beat the first Mass Effect yet. I have to do that, and I want to play this because Mass Effect 3 looks amazing. Next up is Prince of Persia. I've played this. This game's absolutely gorgeous. The graphics are amazing. The game just looks fantastic. It plays well. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the like Assassin's Creed type gameplay, but I've had fun with it so far. Next up is Fallout 3. Finally picked up Fallout 3. My friends told me I should get the Game of the Year edition, but I decided to pick this one up because it was cheaper. And Bioshock 2. I heard this was kind of disappointing compared to the original Bioshock, but you know, it's still Bioshock, and I heard it was still fun. Next is Condemned Criminal Origins. I have Condemned 2, but I haven't played it that much. So I heard this game was really scary, and it was a launch title, so you know, gotta expect a little less from the launch titles than other 360 games now. And then I picked up Lost Planet Extreme Condition. I heard some great things about this from my friends. Played it. It's really fun. I played Lost Planet 2 as well, but Lost Planet 2 is just kind of It's not very good. This Lost Planet is very fun. And here's a couple Wii games I got. First one, I've been wanting to get this one for a while. Metal Slug Anthology. This has all the Metal Slug games in it, with the exception of like Metal Slug 7, which came out recently on the DS. But it's a really great compilation. Metal Slug is a fantastic series. Great game. And I did pick up GoldenEye. I got the bundle with the Classic Controller Pro, and it was actually the Walmart version, so it came with a cheater t-shirt, like an odd, that's a nod to Odd Job, because everyone said Odd Job was a cheater back in the day. And here's a couple of Genesis games. I told you this was really random, just going by how I got piled up here. Genesis, I got Aladdin, heard great things about this. I've actually played it myself. Fantastic license game right there. And then the Lion King. Picked these up for like $1 for both. They're really good. And here's some GameCube games I got. First one is Donkey Konga. It's really fun. It's just a game with, you use the bongos. It's like Guitar Hero. I picked up Baten Kaitos. I heard this was a great RPG. I haven't played it all yet though. And then I got Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. This was, I think it was a launch title, and it's really quirky. It's made by Sega. I played a little bit. It's pretty fun so far. And then here's some PS2 games. I haven't played any of these, so I'm just going to show them real fast. Splinter Cell. I haven't played it. Obviously, I just said that. I got The Thing. Looks pretty fun, but who knows. Resident Evil Outbreak. I heard this wasn't as great of a Resident Evil game as others, but could be fun. Sonic Mega Collection. I mean, this just has Genesis Sonic games on it, so... And it's got some Game Gear titles too, 6 of them, so that's good. And then Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection. Should be really fun, but it's pinball, so... Thanks for watching this video game collection update, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.